Hello, everyone. Welcome. Okay, we're going to wait and see if we get a few more people. There's 4 in here now. How is everyone doing today? I'm still working on turkey for Thanksgiving. I'm down at the bottom part of it. I've finished the turkey's face. So I got about another 6 to 8 inches. I'm going to finish all of the turkey and then I'm going to quit for this month on it. Hi, Tita. Laura, welcome. So glad to see y'all. But yeah, I'm doing good so far this morning anyway. We'll see if that changes once I get to work today. It has definitely been a day. Hello, Levi. How are you? Okay. Sorry, I was looking at that. I got a text message. I'm doing really good. Levi, I plan on mailing out your package on either Tuesday or Wednesday. I was gonna do it Friday, but the box I had wasn't big enough, so I've got to get a different box. Hi, Sabbath. Northern Sparkle, welcome. So glad to see you here. Julie, welcome. So I lost my drill. How did I do that? I'm chatting and not paying attention to what I'm doing. That's how I did that. You notice I'm using my pen with the metal tip. I've used the last one of my regular tips and it started squeezing wax out the side of it. So I was going to try to replace my blue pen with this metal tip. Hello, Connie. How are you? And while I was trying to put this metal tip in my blue pen, I guess I got it cross-threaded. And I managed to break this part right here on mine. I was so aggravated about that. Just that little part right there. So I basically ruined my Diamond Art Club pen that I had. But that's okay. This one's working okay. I finally got the putty out of it and put wax in it. Which one of the worst things about these metal tips, twist and picks, at least for this type, I think there's a different type that has a grip on there that makes it easier to turn. But this one, I have a hard time twisting it to get the wax out. Morning, Granny. Morning, morning, Jeannie. How are you? So I broke my other pen, but that was all me. It wasn't anything bad about the pen itself. It was just me. But it's been a pretty good week so far. I did go and see my mom on her birthday, and she was actually in a pretty good mood that day. But I don't think she ever ate her cookie cake that Courtney brought her, but that's okay. She got lots of visitors that day. She got me and my brother, my daughter, and Remy. So And her birthday is on Veterans Day. It always falls on Veterans Day. So she used to tease all the time that all of the banks and the courthouses and everything closed down for her birthday. But she was in a pretty good mood, which I'm glad of because she does have her days, and she was able to recognize who I was in August. So that was all good. Well, I'm glad that Sassy is enjoying the live. I don't know where Stardust went. Bullet, of course, is laying over here beside me on his little pillow bed beside me. Oh, any chance? I'll show y'all a picture. Hold on. Let me try to find it on here. Okay. I'm going to tell y'all, ignore me in this picture. If I can get it without it. Here, let's try that and see if that works better. This is what happens every time I sit down on the living room couch. This is like in 10 minutes, tops. They both decide that they're gonna get in my lap, and then if Stardust gets too close to Bullet, he will start growling at her. So ignore me in this picture. I look awful, but it, I just decided to take a picture to show what they do as soon as I sit down. And I have a little fever blister. It's starting to go away, but in that picture I look absolutely awful. They do, and sometimes it about drives me up the wall. Oops, I moved my camera a little bit. I think y'all can still see it over here, what I'm working on. But they're both getting up there in age, and they both want my attention all the time. In fact, she didn't do it this morning, but like the last 2 mornings, while I'm sleeping, Stardust will go over to the door, and she knows I'm in there sleeping, and she'll meow as loud as she can. As loud as she can to get me to open the door. Because she's wanting in there. I can't let her sleep in there because she wants out in the middle of the night. And if you don't wake up in time, she knocks everything off. So she doesn't get to sleep in the room in there with us. I know those cookies look really, really good. I have been craving sweets so much here lately. Um, Especially ice cream. I love ice cream. In fact, yesterday on the way home from bringing Josh home, I stopped by Brahms, and I would have got the regular ice cream, but it's easier to eat the frozen yogurt one, so I got a frozen yogurt waffle cone. Yeah, I don't think Josh would be up for that. We have one doggy door on the so that they can go outside. But other than that, that's the only doggy door we have in the house. So I saw that video. I didn't get to comment on it because I was driving whenever I watched it. I am so happy for you, Granny. That sounds very different, Sparkle. I'm not sure. That might be really, really good. Unfortunately, I have to go to work today, so I won't be able to make any cookies. Yeah, I hadn't heard of apricot fudge before either. But yes, you're absolutely right. I would be up for trying it. Um, I love I love peanut butter fudge. We used to have a guy that worked where I work at whenever I was out on the floor and a few years after I got into the office, but every year he would bring like tins, several of those little cookie tins and stuff, and he would make homemade regular fudge and peanut butter fudge and hand it out to everybody. That was so good. But I think he retired probably a good 6 or 7 years ago, maybe even longer. But it was so good. You want to go decorating? Yeah, the only Christmas tree I'll probably put up is my little Charlie Brown tree. I just don't have room to put a Christmas tree up in here. And plus, in past years, Stardust decides to make a little bed in the Christmas tree, and she's gotten a lot bigger now. So that doesn't work so well. I wish I could. I used to have a picture of her laying on the branches in the Christmas tree. And this was whenever she was just a little kitten, and I can't find it anywhere. Yeah, mine's up in the craft room. I'm actually in the kids' playroom right now because I moved the stuff in here because we got that cold snap, and I thought that it might start getting cold quicker. Well, we had those 2 days of really cold. And now today it's supposed to be back up in the 80s. It can't make up its mind. That will be fun though. At least you'll have a very decorated house to come home to. Yes, 7 feet is a nice sized tree. I don't have room for one in here right now. That actually sounds really good. Let's see. Did I miss any C's? I don't think that I did. But yeah, my pen is broken now, so I'm back to using this one, but that's okay. It's working out pretty well. Um, What else happened? Oh, where I work at, they actually sent out a little flyer about some free program they're offering to their employees, associates, and it's for weight loss. So I went in and I looked at it and I signed up for it just to see because it's free. I thought, why not give it a try? So next week, I will have my appointment for my blood work for that, and we'll see how that goes. I'm not looking forward to that part, but I'm hoping that it turns out pretty good. After that, they will actually send me a Garmin watch and a scale, so I'm hoping that it works out really well. A week from today, whenever I was younger, and my aunt used to go all out for Christmas decorating and everything, but she as soon as you got everything cleaned up from the Thanksgiving meal, she would start decorating, and she would decorate at my grandma's house, and then she would decorate at her house. And from that point on, you walked into her house and all you could smell was all of it is a good benefit. But from that point on, whenever you walked into her house, if she hadn't been at work or something and you all you could smell was all the candy and cakes and pies and everything that she was making, because she would make them for all of her fellow church goers and all that. So, but from the day after Thanksgiving till Christmas Eve, her house was every countertop had pies and cookies and cakes and candy all over it. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope that you get your living room put back together soon. Ours isn't that bad for the insurance. I think I covered just me on mine, and then Josh covers him and the kids that are still under 26 on his. And I believe it's still less than $200 a paycheck. And that is for the dental, vision, all of it. But the one thing about our insurance is it's not, if it's every day, it's not that great. But if something really bad happens, it's great for that. Because whenever Andrew was diagnosed with diabetes, um his entire hospital stay was over, I want to say it was over $15,000, and he was there at Children's for 3 or 4 days. And our insurance paid all of it, but like I want to say it was like less than $5,000 that they paid all of the rest of it. And then also, once we started paying on that, it met all of our deductibles. So all of his insulin at that time, except for the very first time, all of his insulin was covered since we met the deductible. which it was only, I don't remember, it was only 2 or 3 months that year that happened, that we got all of his insulin covered. But then the next year, what they require, I can't remember if it's that they have to be on insulin for 6 months or a year. And then they'll look into getting the pump and stuff. And the year that we got the pump for him, we got it in, like, I want to say it was like March. So that went towards his deductible. And then once again, after that went through, we had all of his insulin that year till the end of the year covered, which insulin is really, really expensive, or at least it was. You got a new thing for your crafting corner? I cannot wait to see it. And I wanted to tell y'all, even though I'm not working on the Hannah mystery in here, I've got that in the living room. But I may have to change my review on the Redtwo trays, because the longer that I work with them, the more I like them. And so far, I've got like a 30 by 40 section left to do on that painting in there. And so far, I am not having any issues at all whatsoever with the latches on it. So they're actually working really, really well. So that's the thing. If I find that I really like something after I'm a little worried about it, I will tell y'all. But they are actually working really well. But I don't know, I may have to get me another set of trays. I need to hold off on that, but I may have to get me another set of trays because I've got so many things kitted up right now. I need to do like a little WIP parade to show you all of the ones that I'm working on right now. But they are all getting closer to being done. Kathy, I didn't see you come in. Welcome. I'm sorry. What was that, Julie? What did you learn yesterday? I would love to have something like that here. That would be absolutely so much fun. But I really don't know a whole lot of people near me that diamond paint, so I don't know that I would be able to get one of those together, or if I'm even any good at putting something like that together. I need to get some of my little dryer sheets in here. Look at that. Those are all stuck to the side of that. But I'm going to get started on the plus signs here. I am absolutely loving this canvas and the way it's turning out. We're going to say that those, I think that those are grapes right there. They look so good. Did my okay. I can just imagine, Julie. I can just imagine that. I haven't done that yet. I've came close to doing that, but I've never done that yet. But that does sound like something that I would do. I know that anytime I leave my table, there's a lot of times that I'll forget to cover this up because the one place that Stardust is going to lay down is the place that I have the cover off of it. And I'm very bad about not covering it back up. I can I can imagine. I probably I probably would too, Julie. But yeah, I'm really bad about not covering back up my canvas. So if I leave it uncovered, that's the one spot that Stardust will decide that she needs to lay on. And then I'm sitting there for quite a while trying to pick off black fur off of my canvas. And then the other thing is, if I leave to go to the restroom or anything, this right here, I definitely will not leave these open like this sitting there. No matter if I'm gone for a minute, it doesn't matter. I close it up because that'll be whenever Stardust decides to jump on the table. Speaking of that, um, you know how last year I was telling you, or not last year, it's been the last few months, that I was telling you that Stardust was hopping from table to surface, trying to not touch the floor. Sometimes I think she's a completely different cat because now she'll come up to me and stuff and hop up there, but she's not jumping like she was before from surface to surface. And now she's sleeping in the hallway on the floor. And before, it was like you set her down to sleep on the hallway floor or set her down on any floor and she immediately jumped off of it. I don't understand cats sometimes. I really, really don't. Someone in this community is a influencer? I do not know who that could be. Yes, they definitely have a mind of their own, and I don't know, maybe it's because she's gotten all fluffy again. I don't know, y'all could probably see it in that picture that I showed you of her. Her winter coat has came back completely. She is so fluffy again. And this year, she really didn't lose it like she normally does. Normally, in the summer, she's like a really skinny cat. We do have many influencers. I'm I know that Julie has gotten me a couple times. Yes, more fluff equals more sass. Very, very true. But she has came And she had crawled up in the chair with me while I was diamond painting in the living room. And I had tried to keep her to the side of me because she'll get right in front of me on my lap, and I can't lean forward to diamond paint. It makes it a lot harder. Well, she managed to get there, and I was like, what is she doing? But her claws weren't there. I picked her up, and she had, I don't know where she had went to. She must have been crawling through some brush or something. But I lifted her up, and she had a rosebush thorn underneath on her belly, and she was laying, and it was going through my pants and poking my leg. I had to get that out of her fur. No, you're not so innocent, Julie. I love all my different trays. I am very much, some people are addicted to the pins. I am definitely addicted to these types of trays. I've got several suitcases now that I don't even use. You plead the fifth. Yes, I absolutely love all my trays. And we will see with the Redtwo. I'll give, whenever I do a review on the Hannah Lynn, I'll probably let y'all know how those work at the end of it. But as of right now, I'm really saying that I really like those trays, and so far I haven't had any trouble. So I love the fact that you can put a full bag of drills in there, and then just flip it over so the drills go in that little top layer. It makes it so much easier to line up your trays and your drills. Who is that? I'm not sure. Daphne? See, that's one thing I'm not a fan of. I myself do not like the Elizabeth Warren ones. I don't know what it is about them. I just don't care for those much. They require more concentration. I I haven't been watching her as much, not because I don't like her channel, I do, but I just haven't been watching it as much. Yeah, I think I was subscribed to her a long time ago. I'm sure I still am because I normally don't unsubscribe. But oops. I guess I'm so happy that I finally got all the wax out of this one. Or not wax, putty. Because these pins and the Diamond Art Club putty does not work well on the ABs. It likes to it pulls the sparkle off of the ABs. But if you use these type of pins and wax, it does just fine. I am starting to get a runny nose because of it's like this weather keeps changing. And it was really nice yesterday. Whenever I dropped Joshua off at work, I went to the park and just sat there. I really didn't do anything. I went to the Dollar Tree, but they really didn't have anything new, and they keep raising their prices on everything. So I don't know how much more I'll be getting from there. I have never bought one of those canvases. I would love to go and try out all these other companies and stuff, but I'm trying to be really good and not buy any more right now. I've got I've got so many that I want to get done, and I'm just not having enough time to get them all done. But I'm okay with that. I really am. Yes, I bet. I bet that it does. I think Margie has a lot of the same interests in canvases that I do. So I bet that it is a very pretty one. But let's see. We are already at 36 minutes. I was kind of worried because I did not have a whole lot that I did this week. And that isn't too bad at all for free shipping. I am hoping that I get at least one of my Randall Spanglers done by January before I start Snow Castle, because if I don't finish one of these Randall Spanglers, I'll have 3 of them going. I am on a no buy, but I make an exception for like smaller canvases that I see like at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Walmart. And I've noticed some people posting it hasn't been at my Walmart yet, but Walmart is getting some Diamond Art Club canvases. That really isn't too bad for shipping either. That's about normal. A lot of places will charge $10 to $20. Welcome, Elizabeth. And that is absolutely okay. I know the deal with the insomnia. There's times that I will lay down to sleep and it will be hours before I go to sleep. In fact, a few weeks ago, I was almost late to my own live because I woke up late. Working on your entertainment center. You gotta have some entertainment whenever you're diamond painting. I've got in the playroom, it's an itty bitty TV, but I've got a TV right in front of where I'm diamond painting at. Yeah, I do the same thing almost every night. It's like I lay down to sleep, and that's when everything starts going through my head. It's like, did I do this? Did I do that? Did I plug in my car to charge? I need to do this tomorrow. I need to do that tomorrow. I will definitely have to look into them. I think I started to do it before and I never got around to it. Really? Y'all don't need to tell me that stuff because y'all know how I am about mystery. Well, mystery boxes and especially mystery paintings. It took a lot for me not to order any of the Diamond Art Club mystery paintings they had recently. I have not seen that video. Who? What was the creator that did it? I am really behind on watching a lot of my YouTube videos lately. I admit I've gotten sucked into watching the Christmas movies on TV right now. I'm terrible about that. I bet that those were pretty. I'll have to go and check that one out. I haven't It hasn't showed up in my feed, but I am subscribed to her. So the middle size one comes with 6 paintings. I am very terrible about doing that. I don't listen too much to the Christmas music, but I watch all the normal Christmas movies and stuff. And then while I'm going to work, I'll listen to my books. That was another thing I was going to talk to y'all about. I am so frustrated. I don't know how many of y'all have the Alexa. I don't want to say the name because I'm recording. The microphone that I'm using is on my glasses. And I got a thing the other day up to update or upgrade to the plus part of that, and ever since I have done that, every time I go like ask Kindle to read my book, it tells me that she is sleeping or something. Hold on a second. I'll kind of show. Alexa, volume up. Alexa, ask Kindle to read my book. To launch Kindle, say Open Kindle Skill. You can also access all skills on the Alexa app under Skills and Games. See that? I don't know if y'all heard that, but I don't know what's wrong with it. And that was one of my favorite things about the glasses was that I could be driving and I could just tell it to read my book. And now, ever since I did that plus part so that it has the different voice and everything, it's not working like it used to. You just had, excuse me, you just had to have it. Well, congratulations on winning one of the events. I would have to use my gift cards too. I really, really, really need to do that. But I am going to try to do it kind of in a sorts because I'm going to be working this year. I'm going to be working on my Randall Spanglers. Hopefully, I can get most of my Randall Spanglers in my stash done. Ooh, full fairy dust. I bet that that is beautiful. And a wolf. I love wolves. I bet that that is absolutely beautiful. But yeah, this year I'm going to try to get all of my Randall Spanglers done. I might try to do something like that next year. But of course, I will be throwing other canvases into the mix as well. Yes, I really do I like the same thing. I like tigers, wolf. I like almost any type of animal. I'm not crazy about like elephants, but most animals I love. I love doing pictures of those. Oops, I hit the camera. Sorry. One of these days I'll get my other camera set back up. I reset it and now it's charging again. I just haven't taken the time to get it ready and set it back up. So once I do that, I'll be able to zoom in and out again. I know. I don't know what it is. I'm not crazy about like regular elephants. Now, cartoon elephants are okay. It's sort of like that monkey canvas that I have, the birthday monkey. I like the cute little cartoon monkeys, but whenever it comes to just the real looking apes and stuff, I don't care much for those either. I don't know that I've seen that one. There was a really, was it a porcupine one? I can't remember. I'm wanting to say there was a really cute porcupine canvas at either Dreamer Designs or Diamond Art Club that I really liked. I just love the cutesy stuff, and most of my canvases, I'm not going to say all of them, but most of them have the have all the bright colors in them. There's been a few that I've done that are not bright colors and stuff, but I love like the all animals, Hannah Lynn, Randall Spangler, and in fact, I've got one of my. I was looking at the one on my wall up here the other day, right in front of me. It was the old shoe house. I think it was one of the first ones that I did with painting along with Granny. I think whenever y'all were doing, it was whenever we were all doing a landscape painting. And I just realized how big that one was compared to the one that I'm doing now. This one is 125 centimeters by 56 centimeters. The one on my wall is 105 centimeters by 70 centimeters. And it was The Old Shoe House by Dominic Davidson. It is one of my favorite paintings, but I was just looking at that the other day and just realized exactly how big that painting was. I know, and I'm doing my best not to order any. I really want to, but I'm doing my best not to order any. Benji, welcome. I have not seen you in a while. I'm so happy that you're here. My gosh, we're already at 51 minutes. This live just goes by so quick. I am definitely gonna try to get another day of the week here soon to start doing lives. My only issue is I never know what day I'm gonna be able to do it on. So I don't know if I'll be able to make like a scheduled live each week. I'm still trying to think about it and see what I can do. See if there's any way that I can set up another live during the week. But if I do another one during the week, it'll probably be later in the day. I am so happy that you caught us as well. I can't remember what it was, but I was actually thinking about you the other day in January. I haven't seen January in forever either. I have many that I need to get done as well. Yeah, I tried emailing January a while back, but I never got a response. But I haven't heard from her at all. See, I have two. All I can say is Lexi, since she's the only one of my kids that really diamond paints, will have a lot of paintings if something ever happens to me. The only thing is, she has a completely, I won't say a completely different. She doesn't like all the same paintings that I like. She does like some of them, but she also likes some of the scarier paintings and stuff. So she would definitely have a bunch of paintings. I have a season's canvas, but it's a smaller one. It's not a great big one like that. And it's one that I've had for a long time. I may try to do that one with y'all. I would definitely have to say that I'm a collector too. But I cannot remember the artist on it, but it's by DAC. I got it from Hobby Lobby. It's just the four trees. I know it's not quite It's not a Nikki, but I may try to do that along with y'all. I'm trying to get a lot of my stash done. Me too. I have so many canvases planned that I want to do, and a lot of the events that I want to do. But it's like I get a canvas and I'm like, I've really got to start that one. I want that one on my wall. Yes, I know. My Walmart does not have them. Any of the ones that I've went to does not have them yet. I do a lot of mine. Once I'm finished with a lot of mine, I normally give them to family and friends and the nursing home, and the smaller ones I always try to give to the nursing home for them to put on their walls and stuff. I'll let my mom pick out the ones that she wants, which her walls are getting kind of full. I ended up taking her the candy cane one that I showed y'all whenever I finished it, that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I went and put it up on her wall. And it's like I'm finding it hard to find a place on her wall to put up her paintings without switching them out. Yeah, I can say that my daughter is the one that got me started diamond painting. And now, and she started about a year before I did. And now I've got more diamond paintings than she does. But the one, here, I cannot, let me see if I can do this. Come on. Okay. Let me turn this off again so y'all can see this. But, oops, it's upside down. I don't know if I can turn it so it's not upside down. And you can't, it looks a lot better in person than it does on there. But that was the very first diamond painting that I ever did. This is the first one that Lexi gave to me, and I keep it up on my wall right there so that I can always see it as a reminder of what started it all. And even though that one is so pixelated and just, it's not really a good diamond painting at all, but that is the one that really, really started my love for diamond painting, and I was hooked. And then on top of that, she's the one that went and bought me my Minions painting, my first DAC that I ever completed, and that was a big mistake because now I've got so many. I went a little crazy. I can't. There is a lot that I did that to, Julie, but that being said, whenever I stopped doing that, I missed a couple of the paintings that I really, really wanted. Because I got the beast one in there. I have it. But I want the bell to go with it. It's one of the princess panels. And I haven't been able to find that painting anywhere for an extravagant price. So I haven't gotten the bell, so I was going to go through Creatively Stitching. I got the cross stitch for it. But then I haven't ordered the drills and converted all of the colors to the Diamond Art Club. I'm not really, or not Diamond Art Club, to the DMC numbers that are available. So I've never bought the drills for it or the blank canvas, which doing that, after I looked at the price, it was going to be over $100 to do it that way too. Well, welcome back, Benji. I have not been buying a whole lot for the last few months. Now I have gotten the stuff at Michael's and Hobby Lobby, but other than that, I have not ordered any big ones. Uh, Margie, are you talking about Diamonds for a Better Tomorrow? I think that's the name of her channel. I want to say it's Diamonds for a Better Tomorrow. She does all the giveaways and stuff, and she sends out diamond paintings. I don't know if she ever got her nonprofit on that. I've watched a few of her videos, but not one that mentioned that. But I really think that she is doing a really good thing there. But yeah, I've watched a few of the ones for the donations that people have given out, and it's really very, very nice thing that she's doing. I understand that, but I think just by watching her and stuff, I think that she's actually doing what she says she's doing. I could be wrong, but in my opinion, I think that she's actually doing that to help people out. So I would definitely be giving her my support. In fact, I've got some budget ones that I might try to send over there too as well, but it'll be a little while before I'm able to. Oh my gosh, we're at an hour and 4 minutes. Why didn't y'all tell me we went over on time? Oops. We were just here chatting too much. I'm sure Margie noticed it ahead of time. Anyway, I've got to go get ready for work. Everyone take care. If you don't mind, hit that like button on your way out. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I would really appreciate it. Everyone take care and have a wonderful weekend. I've had so much fun today. Bye, everyone.